Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Monday, the 21st of June, first day of summer, 2021. We're about 8:30 in the morning. Now, before I get too far, I want to remind everybody of something. I had a chance to reflect over the weekend. I started thinking about what the Fed did and didn't do. And that brings you back to the words of Ben Bernanke, one of our ex-Fed chair. And he very smartly said, the Fed's job is 98% communication, 2% actually doing something. So what the Fed is doing is they are communicating to us that they're going to make a change. They're not going to keep their foot on the pedal for what's not needed, apparently, in their eye anymore. The continued putting in of money in that Treasury, $120 billion a month. The tapering, the questions will come up soon as to when it begins and how long before the tapering ends. I doubt that it's really drawn out. I'm going to give it somewhere in the 6 to 9 month range maximum that they work that off. Could be even faster, but I don't see why. Right now, they've got to get the employment up. They don't have that going. And what they said spooked the markets. And as you know, that big super cycle commodity trade absolutely went into a state of collapse. But that's not the case in the stock market. You're still up, what, 8% for the year in the Dow? I mean, that's just one of the benchmarks. Gold market, trying to get a bounce here. It's trying to figure out what does inflation mean for it, what kind of inflation, and what the headwind will be from interest rates if they move higher. Speaking of interest rates, did they make a peak? In other words, in the futures markets where we've seen some lows, and I think so. Overnight you were down near 138 in the 10-year. You're back to the 142 area, 143. I question that. A lot of rain has moved through in the corn belt and the soybean belt. Chicago, we haven't had a tornado hit around the city since 2015. It hit last night, about 100 homes wiped out. We rarely get those. Crude oil goes off the board today into July. Please remember that. You want to move away. I've now moved to the August contract, and that's where I want my traders to be concentrating. Bitcoin getting hit again, but why is that happening? Well, let's first take a look. Chicago Fed National Activity Index up 0.29. Okay. Prior, though, was revised down to 0.09 from a positive 0.24. So we saw that bump, and now we've come back. I can tell you, living in this city, things are humming. Federal Reserve Chairman Powell tomorrow, that's Tuesday, speaks at 2 on Capitol Hill about the economy. Oh boy, you think the market's not going to be looking at that? And all his minions, we have Fed presidents all over the country now giving speeches, and you know that they're going to give full disclosure what they think, where we're at, because you want to smooth things out. China, we were talking about Bitcoin. They're increasing further the pressure. Alipay, one of their big payment methods, can no longer, in any manner, or other banks, provide services linked to the trading of virtual currencies. So they've stopped the mining. Now they're stopping this. And why? Remember, they have an experiment that's been going on with their own digital currency. Haven't heard too much about it, but I assume it's going well. And they're going to just keep pushing that out as they replace themselves with the currency that, again, the People's Bank of China can control. So those are the things that I'm looking at. As we get ourselves going, you'll get these wild up and downs now as the stock market just opened. Want to remind you, this coming Wednesday, mark it on your calendar. This Wednesday, I'm going to hold another one of my What's Up live webinars. That is where you come in for free. You bring your questions. It's a live webinar. I'll bring up the charts and we go. I know there was a screw up in the last one. We figured out what it was. Won't happen this time. We're booking out on these, so my advice to you, if you're going to come, get your seat done. I will send out invites around 9:30 this morning, that's Central Time, to everyone in our mailing list. So look for that to come out. If you didn't get it by noon, you've got a problem. Call our staff at 866-973-2077. They'll be able to work with you. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good morning.